I love cutting into brand new parts. So I went on eBay and bought one of the cheapest airbag kits I could find. Well, it wasn't the cheapest, but it came with these. And if you know from one of my previous videos, I'm missing one of these and had to make them. So, but I've got a project for these. I love cutting into brand new parts. So I found out about this little trick from the Facebook group Panther Platforms. And what I did is I went to my local Ace Hardware and I bought here's the barcode. And I bought a 3/8 compression. That's the top piece up here. It'll fit a 3/8 airline to a 1/2 inch MIP threads. This is threaded. So what I'm planning on doing is threading this in here and seeing if I can get it tight. And if I have to, use some of this JB weld. I probably will anyway. But at that point, this will be a permanent fixture to the airbag. And it eliminates all the solenoid stuff that I basically just cut off. At that point, just run normal airbags like you do on a mini truck. It'll be a lot quicker, hopefully, except for, and you can't see it down in there, but that little hole where it lets air into the bag is tiny. Oh well. Well, I got it to take it all. Yep, every bit of it fit in there. That's snugged down tight on the lip right here. So it's 7/8. It's a pretty big wrench. And it doesn't seem like it wants to give anymore. Hopefully you can see the brass where it rubbed off cutting the grooves. That's awesome. That worked. So I got both of them threaded up. Now I'm going to mix up a little bit of JB weld and smother the threads with it. Do you see the mess I made? Hopefully it seals. Now, package said 4 to 6 hours before it dries and like 24 hours before it's cured. So basically I gotta let these sit till tomorrow before I do anything. I might put them on this weekend. Depends on if I have time. Hopefully I got enough time to put those on and maybe my trailing arms. So I already got my wheel off. And I'm gonna tell you just like everybody else does. 18, 18, 15, and 18 on the inside, and apparently 21 on the capture nut. Now that's one heck of a bolt. Now I feel sorry for anybody that takes that out with a wrench. I broke it loose with an 18mm and then used my impact to get it off. Hopefully the rest of the bolts come out like this one. Don't want to jinx myself. I'm only gonna do one at a time because definitely when, as you can see, it shifted forward. So that's gonna be fun. And you can tell this one's sitting in there crooked and that bushing is horrible. So I definitely needed rear trailing arms. That one wasn't as bad as what I thought. So I had a ratcheting 15 that broke it loose and just worked its way out. Now I did spray a little bit of looby-doob on the backside. I think this thing will come out. Yep. Ooh. Yeah. She was bad. Those bushings look like they're about ready to fall out. Oh well. That's why I bought a new one. So I got the top one in. to get everything to line back up, I had to jack the rear end up, as you can see, underneath the shock mount. Once I got up to a certain height, everything lined up, I was able to thread the bolt through and start tightening her down. Now I've got it pretty snug, both of them, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and start working on the bottom. Now, of course, front bolt came out pretty easy. Didn't even have to put any looby-doob on it. Just a nylon lock nut that when it swings down, it catches. Now back here, I don't have a 21mm wrench, but I do have a 7/8, and that fits it pretty good. So this is definitely going to take 2 hands. Whew. I will tell you, the 13/16 side worked a lot better than the 7/8 side, but that was a little struggle, but I got it out. See if I can get the bolt. Oh, look at that. Nice. Now I need to tighten up some bolts, and I should be about done with this. Then on to the other side. All right, so I got the passenger side done too. I could tell by putting this side on that it's already going to make a difference. Those other ones were bad. Here, let me show them to you. Okay, so these are the ones that I took off, and I think at least 2 of them were marked Ford, so they're probably factory original. Yeah, see, that one's got Ford on it. Also, one of them was put on upside down from the factory for at least the printing, where it says outboard. Yeah, one of them was upside down. Yeah. Pretty rough looking, aren't they? Oh, let's look. Yeah, they're not supposed to be like that. So these are probably the factory original trailing arms. I probably should have replaced these a long time ago. New ones, I've noticed, seem to have the rubber comes all the way out to the edge of the metal. The bushing's a lot more solid. These were probably pivoting. Oh yeah, look, see, I just moved that one. Yeah. Oh yeah. These are horrible. No wonder my car was all over the road. This was probably the problem the whole time. Well, I'm gonna have to take it down the road to see if it was, but I think it was. Now let's get on to the tires. Since those white walls are giving me trouble, that one's my worst one right now, because I hit something with it and kind of put a notch in the white wall. But this one is peeling, so I'm probably going to put some tire glue or something on this, hopefully, and some weights. I don't know. I'm not happy with the way these treated me, but oh well. All right, got to get it off my homemade jack stands and see what it does. You know, it's pretty cool having the adjustable suspension on the back of this car, because it'll raise up higher than stock, and I could just like slide those boards underneath there and right back out. 6 2x6s. Yep. So I've got all the air in it that I can right now, so it's got about 120 psi in both of the bags in the back, so it's sitting higher than stock, kind of jacked up a little bit. So I'm gonna walk around here and let the air pressure down, and we'll see what happens. Well, that looked like it cycled through correctly. So, it's kind of slow, isn't it? That's why I redid the bags. So hopefully tomorrow I can climb up underneath this, rip all of the bag stuff out that's in there, and put in my 2 new bags and run 2 new hoses to my valve. So I used that tire glue last night on this tire. This is the real bad one. I was peeling about half of it. And it seems to have worked. Now I didn't glue everything on it. I glued the piece that was, yeah, see that has glue on it right there. Yeah, a lot better than what it was. So probably should have glued those in the very beginning. Now I'm rotating the tires, finishing that up for I didn't finish it yesterday. This one's going on the back, and that one needs to be fixed also with that glue. Now the glue that I bought this off eBay, and it's Shinty 100% stronger 401, and it's 20 grams. So I bought 4 bottles of this. Stuff was kind of cheap, like $6 or $7, something like that. Kind of reminded me of super glue. All right, well, this is gonna be fun. To mount this bad boy, I gotta take all that stuff out. Air compressor, air tank, amp, because the lines to the airbags right now go all behind all of that down into the floor. Okay, I think I got everything disconnected that I need to. Now I need to go underneath the car and pull the airbags and the hoses. Okay, so I got the car up on blocks, got a jack underneath the axle, and these things should pop out, maybe. Woo! And one of the retaining clips flying. That probably broke. I'd say it did. And these are the expensive bags too. Oh well. Now, oh look, this one came loose. This is the one that I must have lost that pin that I made. Yep, this is the one that I had to make the pin. Looks like I lost it. There's a little cotter pin like thing that clips into the top. Oh well. Let's see if this one comes off as easy. Probably is not. All right, so I'm probably going to end up fighting this one a little bit. And this one's got the clip on it, so I probably will. I'm gonna sit y'all down and I'll come back here in a little bit. Okay, so if you're struggling like I was getting this clip off, run a piece of wire up around it and doink. Simple. I don't know if you can see it. That was a fight, but I got it in there. So I got both the air lines routed up in top of the frame and through that hole right there. I don't know if you can see it, but it has to go through that hole because that's where the original fitting fits in and makes the airbag sit in there tight. So that was a little bit of a pain, but I got it done. Now, see if we can get an airbag in. One airbag in. Now I gotta get the other side done. Got the second compression fitting on. So I need to feed this one up in, pull all the slack through, and latch in that piece on the top. Passenger side, in. All right. So now back into the trunk and get all that stuff wired back up. So I've been so busy putting all that back together, I didn't even notice it was getting dark. Oh, wait a minute, it's not getting dark. Look at that thunderstorm. Yeah, good thing I'm about done. So I need to air up my tank and air up the valves, which will give air to the airbags, hopefully. At that point, they should seat in the cups, and I should be able to put my wheels back on. So as soon as I got the wheels back on last night, didn't even get anything really tested, it started downpouring, and I mean downpouring. So I did try to test it last night, and I realized I had a leak. And now both of my bags were leaking, and it wasn't leaking from what you were thinking it was. It was leaking from the compression fittings. And the compression fittings I bought, they have a cap that goes on and a sleeve, and the sleeve crushes around inside the cap. Well, I apparently didn't cut the driver's side line straight, so I had to cut that, use another crush sleeve, and put a new cap on it. Now the passenger side, I actually had to put one of these in it to get it to seal. I don't know why, but it would not seal. But once I put this piece in, it fit. So this goes in the hose, that goes over top of it, and then the crush cap crushes everything down. So it looks like it's holding there. I don't hear any leaks. So I'm gonna jack it back up in the air and put the wheels on it and see what it does. Okay, so I think I finally got everything working right. Now, it seems to work good when my air tank's full. I got something wrong with the valve, it's obvious, because it doesn't like to up and dump when I tell it to, but oh well. There, it just got stuck. So I'm gonna have to work on the valve. Or maybe just replace it with a new one. Don't know. But it is a lot quicker. A lot quicker. Hands down, big difference. So, if I wouldn't have had the problem with the cheap compression fittings, and they weren't cheap, cheaply made, then this would have gone a lot quicker and simpler. I would have been done with it yesterday. But, oh well. I'm glad I got it working. I want to thank you for tuning in and checking out my video. And if you liked it, check out some of my other videos. Like, share, and subscribe. All that fancy stuff that YouTube wants you to do. And I'll catch you on the next one.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet. Damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute. I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip, and I don't plan to visit.